This record was sealed after Unity collapsed. What follows was not meant to survive intact. It was written in the aftermath of a war the Imperium claimed to win and never truly recovered from. Before the war, the Imperium believed itself unbreakable. Humanity spanned the stars under a single banner. Compliance was enforced, rebellion was crushed, unity was assumed. The galaxy was vast, hostile and violent, but it was ordered, or so the records claimed. Few questioned the structure holding it together. Fewer imagined that the greatest threat would not come from beyond the Imperium, but from within it. At the height of expansion, the Imperium did not fear collapse, it feared delay. That confidence would prove fatal. The war did not begin with invasion, it began with trust. Command structures relied on loyalty rather than oversight. Authority was delegated across light years with the assumption that obedience was absolute. That assumption fractured. Orders began to conflict. Allegiances shifted quietly. Dissent was reclassified as strategy. By the time the Imperium recognized the scale of betrayal, its enemies were no longer at the gates. They were already inside the command chain. This was not a single act of treason. It was a cascading failure of belief. The war spread faster than the Imperium could respond. Fleets that once enforced compliance now clashed with one another. Worlds that had never known invasion were consumed by civil war. Each engagement weakened the illusion of unity. Systems were forced to choose sides without understanding the stakes. Entire sectors were sacrificed to preserve strategic lines that no longer held. As the conflict escalated, survival replaced principle. The Imperium did not lose territory all at once. It lost coordination, then trust, then control. What followed was not conquest, but erosion. The moment that shattered the Imperium did not arrive with finality. There was no single battle that ended the war, no decisive victory that restored order. Instead, there was a realization: unity could not be repaired. Too much blood had been spilled under the same banner. Too many worlds had learned that the Imperium could turn on itself. From that point forward, authority was no longer absolute. It had to be enforced through fear, doctrine, and endless war. The Imperium survived the conflict, but it emerged transformed. What had been a unified empire became a fractured machine. The consequences of this war never faded. Every doctrine that followed was shaped by it. Every institution hardened in response to it. Every decision favored control over trust. The Imperium learned that unity was fragile, and fragility demanded constant vigilance. This war taught the galaxy a permanent lesson, that survival required sacrifice, often without explanation. Centuries later, the Imperium still wages wars born from this fracture, still enforces order through systems designed to prevent its return. The war ended, the damage did not. This record is complete. The Imperium endured. The galaxy was forever altered. Further chronicles remain sealed.